Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with me, your host. My name is Chad Medved. This is my show. Appreciate you being here as usual. We are back from hiatus, short hiatus. Had a mental health week, took a week off, needed it, absolutely needed it. I think last week, I think I rode my bike, I rode my bike a good bit. I'm preparing for a big trip. I'm riding my bike to Washington, D.C. There might be another week coming up that I might be skipping one coming up. We'll see here. I'm working on it, working hard at it. In my later years, I've been very, very conscious of my mental health and just, kind of like life. I want to enjoy my life. This damn podcast, stresses you out sometimes, so you need to take a week off. But a lot of good stuff happening. I'm pumped about it. I have to say thank yous to the new Patreon people or the new Patreon person. My buddy Rob, each week we got some people joining Patreon, and I'm very appreciative of everyone that wants to support the show. It's cool to see people enjoying what I do. There's a lot of good stuff in this city, and it's cool to be able to try to help you and hear about it. It's a cool platform. I think, I'm trying to, create something where people can just come over and talk and, kind of tell us about what they do rather than us trying to, judge a book by our cover on their social media. I want to hear about the people that are actually running these things. I want to hear their stories. I want to hear why they're doing it. That makes me want to support a business more. If you got a good story, come on. That's the icing on the cake. But this week we got a great guest. This week I sit down with someone who, me and my wife have been customers of Ashley's for, almost a year now. Ashley is the owner of Revive 412 over there in the Lebanon Shops, and that is a infrared sauna, health and wellness studio, basically. She does a lot of things. She does Reiki. She does foot treatments, or foot bath treatments, foot detox treatments. Sorry if the terminology was wrong there. And then she has an infrared sauna that me and Antoinette go in. We try to do at least every other week. And if you have not done it yet, I can't say it enough. It really is one of the highlights of our lives. It's something that we invest in and we enjoy doing. We carve out some time. Once every other week, we go sit in there for 40 minutes. It's ripping hot, 155 degrees. You sweat out all your demons, and you're in there, and it's an amazing feeling. Really, really is. And like I said, me and Antoinette have been going to Revive 412 for a while now. And one time me and Antoinette were sitting in there. There's two ways that we like to enjoy our sauna session. One way is we'll go in there and we won't talk at all, and we'll both pretty much almost fall asleep. Or the second way is we go in there and we call it our think tank. We're just talking, shooting ideas at each other, talking about the future, talking about our businesses, what we want to do, what we want to accomplish. And it's just like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a creative cultivating experience. And I love it. But you go in there and you just, you try to make it through. You try to make it 40 minutes. But yeah, we've been customers, fans, and we were sitting in there one day, and me and Antoinette, I was like, why don't I have Ashley on and, talk to her about this business that she started? And that's what I did. I had her come over. We sit down, we talk about her starting this infrared sauna and wellness studio, and we talk about Reiki. She is a Reiki practitioner. We talk about that whole process. We talk about, growing up and how she kind of got into this career, and a bunch more. It's a great episode, as they all are. I'm pumped about it. It's cool to be able to as a customer of a business, it was cool to be able to ask her a bunch of questions as I have, kind of drummed them up in my mind in the sauna. You know what I mean? I sit in there and I think about these things, and it was cool to figure out why it's such a, great experience to do. That's why we keep going back, obviously. But it's a great episode. I'm appreciative of anyone that carves out their time to listen to the episode, appreciative of anyone who carves out some time to come over and sit down with me in the studio. And it's just great to be able to have people that want to support what I'm doing. Thank you again. And without further ado, episode 243 of I'll Call You Right Back podcast with Revive 412.
Telephone.
Hello?
Telephone.
I'll call you right back. Call you right back.
Telephone.
I'll Call You Right Back podcast. So I started coming to the sauna a while ago with my wife. I came across you from Be Local, Jordan Valdez, and you guys started to do branding with them. When has Revive became a business? When did that start?
It'll be 2 years in June. So
2 years already in June?
yeah,
And I mean,
I've been open.
And when did you move here?
I moved here in August of 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic.
Right in the middle of it, the thick of it.
The thick of it.
You're not from here originally?
No, I'm originally from Washington State, but I moved here from Las Vegas, where I lived for 7 years.
Where now, whenever you were in Washington, what was life like growing up? What kind of stuff were you into?
I used to teach dance class for a while. I used to be a dance teacher and working in the restaurant industry, Red Lobster, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then, and then I moved to Vegas and continued working in the service industry.
Yeah.
And then I started going to infrared saunas there in Vegas. That's kind of how I found out about them.
What year is that?
That would be 2017.
Because I feel like that we're kind of behind the times over here.
Oh, definitely. When I first definitely opened my shop, one of my first regulars now, they were like, Pittsburgh is behind the times. And
for sure.
They're just catching up.
I interviewed someone who does IV therapy.
Mm-hmm.
His name's Bo. He runs Quick Drip down in Carson Street. But he was another one who was in Vegas for a little bit. And whenever I was in Vegas in 2015, it was everything was so much, more, what's the term? It's everyone knew about it already.
Yeah.
And I feel like I listen to podcasts for, probably 10 years now. So I was always kind of hip to, cryo chambers and sensory deprivation tanks and all that. Mm-hmm. And then, you kind of see it start to catch on. You see them start to pop up around the city. And then saunas were something that I kind of got into later in life. Yeah. I didn't really know anything about it. There wasn't really any that I came to. I did the sensory deprivation tank, but I didn't really care. I wasn't familiar with self-care.
Right.
And doing stuff like that.
Yeah, being mindful and grounding yourself and taking time to center yourself.
Now you run this sauna, but you also do, but besides for the infrared sauna, what other stuff do you do there?
Yeah, I also do Reiki Healing and Chakra Balancing, which is it's an old Japanese way of energy transfer, energy healing. So,
and when did you because I'm going to expand on all this. I have to figure it out because it's very interesting to me. When does this even start to be interesting to you?
Actually, my mom passed away when I was 19 from cancer, and she actually had Reiki performed on her to help, the last few moments of life, help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it helps your body relax and calm your body. So it's something that's when I was first introduced into it.
Yeah.
And then I've heard thoughts about it, about energy, and energy is science too. So
now,
obviously,
and you first heard about it back then, but was it popular? Because I feel I've only heard about it very recently.
It wasn't very popular, no. I would just hear about it randomly. I've definitely just started recently hearing it about movies and everything, and even Magic Mike. I think they have a Reiki healer on there, which is pretty funny.
I have a yoga buddy who he was at one point he was over 300 pounds. He was huge. And then he started to get into yoga and, lost all this weight. And now that's his calling in life. He went to school to be a yoga teacher. And then he started to get into the Reiki. So I interviewed him about being into yoga because he was this hood ass dude. And, I just knew of him bumping rap music and stuff like that. You wouldn't really associate him with like a yoga or something like that, or like self-care and self-healing. But like, he's like one of the first people that I knew from like kind of like our circle that really was just kind of like, fuck it, and just jumped into it. So he started doing yoga, and then like he started talking to me about gong therapy and like Reiki and all this stuff. And it was like very interesting to hear about, because like, I don't know, there's people that probably don't believe in this stuff, and then there's people that definitely believe in it.
Exactly.
But I'm open-minded to all of it. So I saw that you did that. Mm-hmm. And like, when do you decide that you wanted to do that?
It's something like when I started the infrared sauna, it kind of goes hand in hand with the healing.
Yeah.
As far as like reducing stress and reducing pain in the body and just opening up your chakras. And so it's something I just saw when during the pandemic, I started doing like online classes because I was just bored.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's something I could offer for my business. And then so I was going to start looking for a teacher, and I had like a poster in at Revive. And then actually someone came in and she was like, oh, I see you're going to be offering Reiki. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be taking classes. She's like, well, my mom's a Reiki master. And so I was like, wow. And so I met her mom, and she actually has been my Reiki master.
Oh,
so
my.
It was pretty cool. And she's actually from here in Pittsburgh, and she was taught by Catholic nuns, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And like, yeah, the people that she's learned under, like Dr. Yasui is the guy that started Reiki, and there's only like 6 or 7 people below him and then her, like as far as like the teaching rank goes.
When did this start? Do you have any idea?
I can't remember the date because I'm really bad at remembering years, but I believe it was the 1800s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or it could have been 19, but yeah, it's still relatively new.
Yeah, but it's been around for a while.
Yeah, a while. Yeah, but
that's interesting. Now you became familiar with the saunas like out in Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas, I would go to an infrared sauna, and I just like Googled like stress and stress relief, detoxing kind of stuff. And then I found a place that I loved going to. And then I moved to Pittsburgh, and I checked out some of the different infrared sauna places. And I just wanted to find a place that had more like a spa, real holistic vibe to it. So I created my own.
Now, were you ever into like anything self-care? Like, did you do anything like that? Were you like someone who practiced, yoga or like meditation or anything like that?
Well, I used to teach dance class, so we would do like yoga and Pilates and stuff. So that would be that kind of where I got started with that kind of mindfulness and meditation, but not really too much, just something during the pandemic, trying to find something to help keep yourself centered and grounded is where I started like really diving into what I could do to help my body.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I never cared about it. I'm 32 now.
Right.
So it's like,
You have to, it's the time to start caring.
Yeah, you really do. It's like, you're 23, 24, and you're like, that's the last thing on your mind is like going to yoga or something. But now I feel like me and my wife, we're both like kind of hitting like the health train hard. And it's just like, I don't know, it just feels better. You just feel better.
It's better than trashing your body, right?
Yeah, it is.
Lean to it all the time.
I know. It's pretty crazy. Now,
you gotta have a good healthy balance.
A good healthy balance. That's exactly it. Like, I'm not completely, rigid, like regimented, but like you gotta have a balance.
Exactly.
Whenever you're a kid, it's like, what kind of stuff are you into as a kid?
As a kid, let's see, I was like, dance class was my major thing, like all day. Going to school, dance class was my thing, making money, teaching, babysitting.
Yeah.
So I guess I was really into that mindset.
What was an idea you wanted to be growing up?
Owning a dance studio. So I know I always wanted to be a business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like something early on. You knew that?
Oh yeah. I liked being the idea of being my own boss.
Wow.
Being like making my own hours. And
it's so fascinating to me because it's like whenever I was younger, I had no like foresight about wanting to like be entrepreneurial or anything like that. And it's kind of weird to hear because I feel like often the people that I interview, like 99% of them just had no idea of any direction whenever they were younger. Yeah. So it's like whenever someone's like, oh yeah, whenever I was younger, I knew I was like, I wanted to be a business owner. It's cool to hear that and like kind of how you did that whenever you were younger. Cause I don't know. I just feel like as a young kid, you just don't really, I don't know. I didn't care about anything.
Right.
So it's interesting to like kind of figure that out. Now, after, high school, what kind of like, did you go to college or anything?
No, I tried a little bit of college. Like when I went to high school, I actually did online classes and like got college credits while I was in school. So I've always been like always wanting to be involved in doing extra things. So after college, it was just really teaching dance and, I started working at Red Lobster. So making money. And then I had my daughter at 20. So.
Well, now, so you went to Vegas and then you ended up here. How do you end up in Pittsburgh?
Well, it was during the pandemic. Everything in Vegas was closing down, so that was like another.
Was it crazy there?
It was crazy. Like everything, they closed the casinos down. You could see like ducks walking across the strip.
Yeah,
like just like nothing. And then pretty soon it became like a bicycle path. Everyone was on their bikes, so it did evolve eventually, but it was crazy at first for sure.
Yeah, because you would see like I remember seeing like the live feed of like Times Square, and it's like you would see it would look like ants at one point, but then there was nothing. And I think there was a coyote like running through there at one point, and people were like, "Holy shit, some crazy stuff's happening."
They're like filming ducks walking across the strip. I'm like, that's crazy.
Now, so you end up here, but like, did you have anyone in Pittsburgh? Like, how did you decide?
Yeah,
here?
my daughter's family actually had family out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just decided to come out, and then I mean.
Yeah, I do things on a whim. I don't know. I like to like move around, and Vegas didn't seem like the place to stay. So I came, and Pittsburgh seemed like a really homey kind of place, and the kind of like a cheaper cost of living too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, especially compared to Washington State where I'm from. So
what's up with the weather though? You were just embracing coming to like snow and dreary rain.
I mean, Pittsburgh's very similar to Washington State, so I
guess so. Yeah,
I feel like I'm at home.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Now, for you being like someone who just came across saunas out there, it's like what made you want to like try to get into that lane here?
I just kind of like thought of something like being what I'm passionate about, because I feel like if you're gonna do something, why keep working for someone that's like you're paying their paycheck and doing what makes them happy? And so why not follow what would make me happy, which would be making, because like I said, I went into all the sauna places and I couldn't find something I wanted, and I saw an avenue of something I could provide myself. And,
create it.
Yeah, create it. I started like Googling like different rent spaces, how much it would cost and how much the cost for a sauna. And I was like, I could just do this on my own instead of just sitting here.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't doing anything when I first moved here to Pittsburgh. I was like volunteering at the food bank, and I just wanted something to do. So
yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
That I wanted to pursue my dream.
So when you went to whenever you like first started going to the sauna, you kind of like gravitated towards it? Like you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess the lady that opened it too, I kind of like vibed with her too. And,
yeah.
She kind of like the same thing. Her mom passed from cancer, and so she started like opening up a place to help deal with like body, mind, and health things. So I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I would like to pursue something like that. And she actually started with one sauna too, and then I saw her grow to like 5 saunas. And so that's my goal, is to keep going and
like expanding.
Exactly.
Now, you just started with the sauna at first, and then that's whenever you were kind of navigating into Reiki
that's when
and stuff?
what else can I add to offer for services? And the Reiki seemed like a good idea because I had extra space. And
now for you to do the sauna and like kind of just like jump into the Reiki world, like, can you kind of give me an idea of like how that even works? It's like, do you just like is there like ranks? Like, how does that work? Because you said a Reiki master.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, there's 3 levels. So you have level 1, level 2, and then the level 3 is the master. So I'm level 2 right now.
Level 2.
Level 2. Yeah.
Now, what is level 1 and 10? Like, what do you learn? It's like, what kind of things?
You basically learn like the basics of Reiki, and then you'll learn like the first symbols. There's symbols and stuff that you learn during Reiki. It's kind of like a secret club I can't talk about.
Okay, that's fair. Now,
but there's different. Yeah, it's just different techniques and learning how to like give Reiki like from afar. Like I could send Reiki to someone from a different state or country or somewhere else.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now my buddy who he said that he has a knack for animals.
Okay.
Reiki with animals.
Yeah.
And I'm not I don't want you to get any sort of like, idea that I'm like, I don't even know how to describe it. Some people might just think that it's kind of like wild. You're like, you said you could do this from another part of the world.
Right.
Like could
it's
anyone
basically like sending energy. Like if you think about it, if you set your intention on something and then you like keep thinking, oh, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. If you send enough like energy out there, it's going to happen. So it's kind of like that. Like if you think about someone and their ear starts ringing kind of thing. Like it's just like sending that thought and that energy.
Is it kind of like The Secret? Like,
Exactly like The Secret.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, exactly. Like manifesting and like keeping your energy focused on that.
Oh, wow.
And basically when I'm doing Reiki is, I'm not healing them. I'm helping them heal themselves.
Yeah. Just like kind of giving away.
Being a conduit of energy to help them break through their energy blocks or imbalances.
Now, does anyone have the ability to be able to do this?
Anybody can do Reiki. You can do Reiki on yourself. You can do Reiki. Yeah, anybody can. It's just a matter of like
So you didn't have like experiences of a young kid, like being a young kid where you're like, like moving pencils or something, like nothing crazy like that?
To be honest, I always had dreams that I did, but I've never like actually been able to do that. No.
Yeah.
But I've had dreams about it. But no, like, I don't know. I just know that I've been able to be around kids. Like when I used to babysit my dance teachers' kids, and they would like fall asleep in my arms right away. It was like the baby whisperer.
Oh, wow.
And, like, just like little things, like people like, oh, your touch is so comforting. Like just like, cause the energy that you're able,
Yeah.
people just have a higher sensitivity to
That's interesting.
certain frequencies that they can project.
Now, how long, does the way that you level up, is it like, do you fulfill like a list of things, or is it
it's just like a class.
Yeah.
And then you have to wait a certain amount of time for the flow and the energy to work through your body and clear you and heal you as well.
Yeah. Now, are you a crystal person?
Yes, I definitely have crystals. I don't know if you've seen them at my shop. I sell a couple.
I see a couple of them, but like I didn't know if
I'm not like a crystal shop, so just my favorite couple feel.
Yeah. So I mean, like, was this something that you were in touch with like from a young age, or is this something that you got into later?
Someone bring it up to me. I used to love Sailor Moon. And she was like, all about crystal moon power.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's something that like started it, but that's where I felt like the energy of it. And then, another thing, like my mom was into crystals, and something I just started following the energy of. And I was like, this kind of makes sense and they make me feel good. So I implement them to my life.
Yeah, because he, I refer back to him because he's literally like he was like the conduit of me. It's how I got my wife into yoga, and like how I got her into like wanting to just do other like, alternative ways of healing besides the gym.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like I went to his house and he has like these crystals by the window, and he's like, they're charging up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like I am not a skeptic,
Right.
Just
curious.
I'm just very curious, but I feel like the way that I talk about it kind of makes it sound like I'm being negative about it.
Yeah.
Skeptic,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm really not. I want to emphasize that I'm not, because some people are like, crystals, that they're just rocks, but some people I know, like it's power to them.
It's whatever you give it to, because you put your intention to it. If you don't think it's nothing, it's not going to be nothing. But if you put your intention into it and then believe in the energy,
that's very fair.
Then it's going to be there.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, your mom was into crystals. You said, was that like before she was sick?
Yeah, like before a little bit before, and then kind of like, I guess I could see it leaning towards to when she started to find out that she was sick, and then to her going on to her healing and passing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I see that often, like, as just I see everything online.
Yeah.
And on Reddit, if you're a Reddit person, you can see everything on there.
Yep.
But it's like now coming into Pittsburgh and like looking at the people that you had around here, you had an idea of what you wanted. Like you said that you couldn't find exactly what you wanted.
Right.
But how what did you want?
Just like a place where you walked in and felt calm and peace and serenity.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, some of the places I walked into, like, not talking bad about them, it just felt like a little clinically. It didn't feel like, it felt like I was going to like a tanning salon or something. And I just wanted something more like a spa-like feeling when I walked in.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That does. It makes sense. Your place is definitely relaxing.
Thank you.
Always smells great in there. It really is like our highlight. Like we enjoyed a good bit. Now, whenever you first started going into the sauna, like what was your experience going in there? Like, were you just immediately in there for 40 minutes? Because that's how I got exposed to it.
You got thrown into the dumpster.
My wife was in there. She did it at first. Like, I think she did like 3 25-minute sessions. And I was like, how hot is it? Because I did a regular steam sauna before.
Yeah.
And this is a drier heat, you know, like this is dry
Yes.
heat. So I was like, oh, the steam sauna was crazy. Like whenever I was sitting in there, she was like, oh, I did 25 minutes. It was insane. And I was like, like how hot is it? She said 145, I think. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And my first time going in there, I felt like I was going to die. I really felt like I was going to die.
Yeah, it can be intense.
It was intense. That's what it was. But I feel like I had I was kind of preparing a little bit for it, because if you're doing hot yoga, like the yoga that my buddy runs is like 109, I think he has it in there. So it's like you're just pouring sweat. You have clothes on. So that was like my first experience with any drastic like temperature change. So I was like, it can't be that much worse than that. And I felt like I was going to die. Now it's great.
Yeah.
You know, now you could really like feel the benefits of like, and you could enjoy it. Like I could relax in there now.
Exactly.
But at first I felt like tortured almost.
It can be a little intimidating the first time. So
Intimidating.
To 25 minutes is the good way to ease your way in.
Is that what you did the first time?
Yeah, I think she offered 25 minutes. Yeah.
And was it same temperature?
I believe so. Yeah, back there. I'm trying to think back. I think it was a little bit lower because Vegas is already hot.
I guess that's a good point.
I think there was more closer to like 140. So
what does it range to? Like, what's the most it goes to?
it can go up as high as 165, 170. We don't recommend more than 160, but some people do like it to get it up really high, 165.
You have some people that do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even imagine it.
I know.
What do you go in
Please
there
drink water.
Please drink water. What do you go in there as?
I do 150 but I can do like an hour.
Oh, you'll sit in there an hour?
Yeah.
And it's just like cool?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I take breaks. I'll take breaks and stand out and get water.
Yeah. I'll step out one time. Usually if we're in there for 40 minutes, I'll wait until it gets to like minute 13 left and I'll just step out and you get a sip and then you're fine and you go back in. But yeah, you got to pace yourself out for sure. Now, what made you want to like go towards like the infrared end of it all rather than like a regular traditional one?
Basically like the health benefits, because traditional saunas, they don't have as many, like they obviously help you like get hot and sweat, but like the healing benefits of the infrared sauna, because traditional saunas just heat up the air around you and get you hot. The infrared sauna actually heats your cells directly, and then so helping decrease your blood circulation. And
how does this do this? Explain this in the most
I'm not a scientist.
You don't have to, but I don't want you to explain it as a scientist because
you're not.
I need the layman term.
Yeah, no. So yeah, basically the infrared heat uses the infrared, the light.
Yeah.
The technology of infrared to heat up your cells directly, so they're getting hot, as opposed to, like I said, the traditional sauna just heats up the air around you so you get hot. So then your cells are getting warm, and so then you're starting getting warm from the inside out.
That's why you feel like you're still cooking whenever you get out.
Exactly, because your body is still it's heated from the inside, from your core, as opposed to just the air around you getting hot.
That makes sense then. That's interesting.
And then your body has to then your cells have to cool themselves down slowly.
It's definitely intense whenever you like get out the first time, because you feel hot. It feels like you're still going after.
Oh yeah. I sweat for a good 15 minutes. That's why sometimes it depends. Cause when you get out, you're sweaty, you want to jump in the shower. Some people I'll wait cause you'll continue to detox and sweat even after the shower. I'll still sweat.
She waits until she comes home to shower just so she can wash her hair and stuff. But I immediately have to get in the shower.
Yeah. Everyone has their preference. Or they like cold showers. A lot of people love the cold shower right after.
That's what I do, because at first I was I read something online one time where a dude had a heart attack after he went into like a hot spring or whatever, and then jumped into a cold an ice tub, just had a heart attack. So I was like, I can't take a cold shower after I'm gonna have a heart attack. But then the one day I just did, and that's how I have to do it now.
No, they're saying the benefits of it is really good for you and helping with your heart. And your blood.
I know, that's what I'm reading. And you see everyone jumping in these ice baths now, and that's my next endeavor.
That's what I've been thinking about. Eventually, that's my next step too. Maybe offering the ice baths.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I would love to do that. So I'm sure a lot of people would, because athletes and things like that. I'm sure you have a lot of athletes that come in and use that service.
Oh yeah, I've had quite a few people coming in to cut weight for fights, for sure.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you what's up with the lights? Because I read the
chromotherapy.
Yeah, yes. I read all the banner or the pamphlets that you have on there, and I don't know why. The first 5 times, I didn't even realize that was going on. I think we just had the light on red, and then I was like, wait, and then we put it on multiple, and I was like, what do all these lights mean?
Do you ever notice a difference in the colors, or
sometimes
it takes a mindfulness to pay
sometimes attention. I will have my eyes closed and I'll literally feel like I'm tripping, because I'll be sitting in there and it's just the heat's working, and I'll try to be conscious of my breath, because sometimes we feel like that's our think tank. Sometimes me and her will just go in there and we won't stop talking the whole time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll just go in there and we'll both close our eyes and just, let it go.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the lights really I get a lot of it. I feel like I have to pay attention.
Definitely. Yeah. Be mindful of
it, because I'll close my eyes, and I remember the first time I feel like I was noticing it was whenever the teal light came on, and I don't know, I felt like I was just tripping. I was like, that's crazy.
Right.
But Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Well, basically, they're supposed to heal you like the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
So they all affect you. And just like the sun, just like the infrared sauna heats your body like the sun does.
Yeah.
So it's, that's kind of how the healing properties work of that.
Do you choose a solid color or do you do multicolor?
I do multi. I mean, every once in a while, I like my orange for fat burner. Because I do notice sometimes if I put the orange on and I am focusing, it'll go 10 times more of the sweat.
Really?
And then I have a customer that recommended, I believe it's the blue. That's the relaxant. It's either blue or green.
Yeah.
They like to do that like the last 5-10 minutes when when that's really hard. The last 5-10 minutes are like.
Oh, I never even thought about changing the color mid-time.
Yeah. Yeah. So then you can like have a relaxing color to help like vibe and focus and be mindful of that.
That's interesting. Do you do anything like besides the sauna or anything? Like do you meditate or anything?
Yeah, I meditate in the sauna for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll do like mindful meditations while I'm in the sauna too.
Are you like a breathing meditating person?
I'm getting into the breath work kind of stuff. Yeah.
It's
I know
difficult.
it's really good for you.
It's difficult. It's hard for me to like, I don't even remember exactly what it is, but it's like breathe in like 3, 7 or whatever. And then like out and like I try to be conscious of it, but it's difficult to do. It definitely takes a discipline. Yeah.
And it takes, the mindfulness again, and then bringing yourself back to what you're doing for sure.
Yeah,
and the discipline of it.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's like a muscle you have to work out, I guess, to be able to do. Have you ever been in like a sensory deprivation tank?
I haven't. I heard those were really popular here though.
They were definitely like, I would say the first alternative healing, you know, and I feel like it had to be because of Joe Rogan, because as funny as that sounds,
right.
But he was definitely the first person that I've ever heard mention it in, you know, if you're in that world of like yoga and it's kind of like that mindful world, this dude is like he's a cage fighter commentator. So it's weird. He has a crowd of different people, but I heard him talk about it probably like 10 years ago. Yeah. And he I feel like he was the first time I heard it. And then like you would see people start popping up and I went and I did one and, the guy who I did it with, he was like, the first time might be super overwhelming because you're just like, it's sensory overload pretty much because you're just like floating in this thing. But after you do it a couple times, I think I did it a total of 3 now. Okay. It's like the third time you really feel like you can get like something out of it.
Okay.
But it's interesting to do. I don't know. If
I'm not a good floater to begin with, I'll be honest.
No, you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
No, because there's so much Epsom salt in there that your body...
Maybe that should be my first thing to help me teach me how to float.
You should. You should definitely check it out because it's definitely weird. I mean, like all these things are quirky. Yeah. The sauna is not really like quirky because it's like you have a direct result. Like you're sweating to death out of it. Yeah. But, for people that want to go into a sensory deprivation, it's like, I don't know, some people that are not open-minded might just be like, we're just sitting in here, I'm going to just fall asleep. Yeah. But it's interesting if you are, and like you have that some sort of like, capabilities, but it's definitely something, I don't know.
If you put your attention into it. Yeah. I could give it a try. Not feel claustrophobic. And
do you have people that are ever like overwhelmed with the sauna where you have to like try to, kind of like talk them into it where they get like, I don't know how to phrase it.
Well, like some people, they're like, I can't sit still for like 25 minutes. Yeah. So definitely trying to get them to relax and like enjoy the full benefits of the sauna is kind of like a coax. But yeah, for some people, it's not for everyone and that's okay. Yeah. It's definitely getting more popular. I've seen it on like Desperate Housewives, like people have them in their house and stuff.
Yeah. The saunas?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Saunas, yeah.
So whenever you're doing like the Reiki and stuff like that, like how do like what type of people come and approach you for Reiki? Like what type of, like I know you said your mom was like sick and being ready to pass, but it's like what other type of people are coming for?
Really anybody looking for stress relief a lot, pain relief, people going through like different types of relationship issues or any type of traumatic issues or just wanting to general relaxation and wanting to find a different alternative way of healing. Wow. There's not like a general. I've had pretty wide range of people that have wanted to try it.
Really?
And then a lot of people are like skeptical about it too. And then they kind of like see the benefits. Like, I don't know, you can sometimes see colors, you can feel like warmth from my hands. And so it's kind of cool to be able to experience it. And
were you someone growing up that was like mindful in that way that you would say?
I was a quiet kid, so I just pay attention to everything, I think. So yeah. I don't know. I wasn't like meditating or anything in the corner, but
Meditate in the corner.
No, I was just, I don't know. I'm always the observer. So I don't know. It's just like paying attention to what everyone's doing and what's making everyone the way they are, I guess.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, for you to, build out your studio and like how you wanted it to be, you always have like, I saw you have a big selection of like the essential oils in there,
Yes.
and you always have a different smell that's going in there.
Yes.
Is that like what's your normal practice of like what you do? Like do you have those burning at home, or not burning really, but do you have an atomizer at home with all that stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have it going at home. It's good for your, definitely better for the quality of air as opposed to candles.
Yeah.
And then the attributes it helps you with, the different things like the helping with calm, helping with pain, helping with sleep, the cleaning. They have stuff you can just throw in your laundry.
Yeah.
They have stuff you can put in your tea. Some of them are like food grade level, so they're really high quality essential oils.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Are you, do you do the sauna every day?
I don't do it every day. At least once a week, sometimes 3 times a week, sometimes more.
Is that something that's like, is that like recommended if people have
They
it in their
recommend like
house?
3 to 5 times a week for sure.
Oh, really?
To get the full benefit. I mean, you're still going to get the benefit no matter what.
Yeah.
But like if you like wanted to go hardcore, just like the benefits if you went to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, you would obviously see different benefits if you went 1 time a week.
I guess it's a good way to do that. You have people that come like crazy.
Oh yeah, I have my regulars that come Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been my regulars for over a year now. So thank you to you guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, what's the longest people will go in there? Do you only offer 25 and 40?
I only offer 25 and 40. Yeah. But usually people can't go longer than 40.
Yeah,
Except for one time when I did have a fighter cutting weight. She was in there for like 2 hours. I felt so bad.
Jesus.
I know.
That's crazy. And like are other places, will they do longer?
I mean, there's no like lawfulness against it. As long as you're signing the waiver that you're going to be okay and make sure that everything's safe, Yeah, you can go.
It's interesting. Well, now, what kind of other stuff are you into? Like what do you do now? Like if you're not at the sauna and you're like, what do you do for fun?
Let's see. I have my daughter, so we just like to do stuff. Being new to Pittsburgh, we're trying to get into stuff. We went to our first Pirates game. So
How was
fun.
that?
That was fun. Now that they're winning.
Yeah. Did they win whenever you went?
They did win. Yeah, that was like 2-8. I think the last one I went.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good then.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, were you someone like, have you been to Pittsburgh before you moved here?
I was here to visit once.
Did you? I mean, do you like it so far?
Yeah, no, I love it. It feels like a home here. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of Washington State, and like a lot of people are very homely. It's like it feels like a what was it? A small big city, small city. Like if it's big, but it's still small.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as overwhelming as if you go to like
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas is wild.
Huge.
Now, for you to like try to build something here, and like what are your goals for like how do you communicate what you're trying to do to new people? Like for people that are like, skeptical or things like that, it's like, how do you make it more approachable for people?
Well, basically if people are looking for a different avenue, like you said, taking care of your health or, looking for different types of, holistic like pain relief, instead of like going for the whole like pills and I don't know going to the doctor, actually taking care of your health can help take care of it. So just like giving them different avenues, because the infrared sauna, you can help reduce your blood cholesterol, which is very important these days, and lose weight and help your sleep. And basically just bringing awareness to your mindful and wellness. That's
a great way to describe it, I would guess. How did you get your name out? Like how are you getting your name out as far as like, as a smaller business that's starting? It's like, what do you do to try to expand and try to get more well known?
Yeah, basically social media. Yeah, doing stuff like posting on Instagram, Facebook, Be Local. I think, like you said, you saw me advertise on.
Yeah.
And then word of mouth, like passing out like flyers and stuff. I hope to be a part of some of the different conventions coming up and stuff, and getting a table out there. And just
what kind of conventions?
Let's see. I was like, there was one that I was going to be at, but I got sick. I don't know. I forget what it was. It was something downtown Pittsburgh.
Is it like a sauna convention? Something like that?
No. Sorry. Like it's just like where they have vendors and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anywhere that there's a vendor table.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now do you do I feel like I've seen them at the home show, stuff like
exactly.
that.
Stuff like that for sure.
Yeah. I feel like
Google's been my best friend. Like 99% of the people find me on Google.
It got to be also like word of mouth too, for sure.
Oh, and word of mouth for sure. Yeah, I definitely have like everybody that comes in is recommending their friends.
How did you choose where you wanted to be?
Basically, just I let my intuition kind of guide me. I saw a couple places. I was looking downtown, which I'm very grateful I never went downtown.
Yeah. Is that the
Dealing with the traffic would have been horrible.
Oh, it would be terrible.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
I only live like 5 minutes from my shop, so it's perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah. Downtown would be a mess.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine.
And like dealing with like the times that you go in, I don't know. It'd be crazy.
Why, it's appointment only. So I try and keep my schedule open because I can just like come in when I have appointments and.
Yeah, it's like, what was your mindset on that? I feel like that's the best way to do that.
Yeah, because people definitely like, nobody like sets an appointment like they did back in the day. Like used to be back in the day. I don't know. I like as nails as an example. You have your nail shop set up. Oh, I'm going to come this time every week.
Yeah.
Nowadays, people are like, oh, I want to come in an hour or a half hour. It's like not like people are not so much like on a scheduled time frame. I notice these days.
That's it. Like a haircut. Like I have like every month for 3 months out.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's probably got to be easier because if you open up your phone and you don't see it booked up, you don't have to go out there.
Easier and then not. Yeah. I guess it's not. Yeah. Then it's like, then someone wants to book and it's like trying to schedule around it, but I'm okay. It's open. It's easy. I like the way I have my freedom with it. And yeah, I try and keep it open as I can. And it works out for other people. They're like, oh, you're open early. It works out good for them too.
Yeah. What time do you open?
Sometimes I'll open as 5 a.m., but not every morning. Just sometimes. Yeah. I'm an early bird too, because I can wake up at 3:30 sometimes.
Oh wow, I'm an early bird. Yeah, we get up early.
Yeah.
It's now like what are your goals as far as like you say you're only a couple years old, but like as a sauna, it's like what are your goals to?
Oh, I want to expand for sure because like Revive. I chose like Revive 412, like the area code, obviously.
Yeah.
I want to be able to expand to other area codes and
oh, that would be cool.
And then I'll offer other locations too.
And you want to like besides for the Reiki and the saunas, you want to do other stuff?
I mean, eventually it would be nice to offer like the cryotherapy or like the ice baths.
Have you been into cryotherapy? I
haven't. I'm really definitely afraid of the cold. I'm like the scalding hot shower person. So.
I haven't been in one either yet, but I want to.
That's why I'm like, I want to find out about it first before I offer it. So
it would definitely be cold. I feel. It's like 2 minutes in there. It's like negative 200 degrees.
I mean, you got to work up to 2 minutes, but
yeah,
you got to like, it's definitely again, a mindful thing. I get cold and I start shivering and I don't know, even just from being like outside. So
is there any other is there any other stuff that you want to try with that? The only have you ever done like cupping or like acupuncture or anything like that?
I have tried acupuncture once. That would be interesting to offer.
Yeah.
That was definitely different. It was like a Chinese doctor in Vegas. And
oh wow.
Yeah,
Did you feel different?
I did feel different. Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get anything from acupuncture, but I was also kind of scared because like they were like, oh well, start to tell us whenever you're starting to feel like pressure. Yeah. And I didn't want to let them push too far. Right. So I feel like as soon as I felt it.
Yeah. You let your fear control it.
Yeah. 100% it was.
Letting the body enjoy it or take advantage of it.
Yeah. Cause I don't know. I feel like I didn't then I did cupping, which is with the glass balls. And like, that was, I felt so much more out of that.
Did you? I've never done it before. I've seen like the results of it.
But yeah, like done it. You're all like bruised and stuff like that.
Did it help with your pain?
Yeah, I mean, like it's different because if you get a massage, you're kind of like kneading, your muscles and like compressing it and kind of stretching it out that way. But the cupping is like,
since it pulls it out.
Yeah, it's like aerating it almost. You know, it's like and it makes your like blood rush into there. I guess I don't know. I do it for my back because I have like a weird back. Sometimes it'll just go out, but
oh no,
yeah, it sucks.
Hopefully the sauna helps with that.
The sauna is definitely it's something that I've enjoyed way more than I've ever anticipated. That's all right.
I notice when I don't use the sauna, I notice my sleep difference and the inflammation in my body goes up and I definitely can tell a difference when I don't use it.
I could tell a lot whenever I could tell a lot sleeping. Like if I go in there, I sleep great for sure.
Yeah.
And the next day feels great too.
For sure. Oh yeah, because the benefits will keep going in your body. Your blood flow is still like adapting to what just happened.
Now, for you to, kind of get further into Reiki, it's like, what are your goals with that?
Well, I do want to obviously get to Reiki Master.
What does that mean? Like, what does that
that would
mean?
Be like, just, I'd have to get, it's like an attunement is what they call it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like leveling up and getting like upgraded to the next thing.
Do you want to eventually teach people?
Eventually teach it? Yeah, I would like to. I would be open to it for sure.
That's interesting.
That's how you spread the word, right? It's by spreading the knowledge.
Do you have a lot of people that do it?
Yeah, it's been pretty open. Like as far as like me not even trying to like push it, a lot of people just like request it. So it's actually pretty popular.
It's interesting
for being Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely behind, like we said. you gotta admit, it's kind of weird, but like, what is like a youngest age of someone who does it with does Reiki?
Like receiving it.
Yeah. Like, do you notice it like older people that want to get it done, or like younger people?
I would say a mixture.
Yeah.
A mixture. Yeah. I have older men, women.
That's interesting.
Yeah, just everybody's been open-minded to it, like just seeing what it's about. Like the chakra balancing is like my best bet to if you're interested and not sure you want to do like a full hour. It's like 30 minutes and just going from like I start from like the top to your top of your chakras and then go down. And just it's a good idea to get a little bit dip your toe in the water of Reiki.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. What else am I missing about what you do with your
so we do foot detox.
Foot detox.
Yes.
What is that?
That is where we pull toxins from your feet. You sit in a foot detox bath for 30 minutes. The positive ions pull out the negative, all the toxins from your body, and the negative ions deplete them.
Wow.
So then you end up with a nice bath of yummy water.
Oh my goodness.
So it pretty much looks like you threw up from your feet.
Really?
It feels really good. And you can see from the water, there's like, whether there's like white foam would be like yeast particles, or if you have like blood clots, you would have like these red flakes, black flecks. The water kind of like tells you what's.
This really, like the water will really just change color?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys have to try it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I can't even imagine.
I have couples that like to like bet whose water is going to be the nastiest.
Do you do that?
Yeah. Or do I do the foot detox? Yeah, I do all the stuff I do. Yeah, that's why I offer it, because it's stuff that I enjoy.
I guess how often?
The foot detox, I'll do at least once a month, but it's good to do like 2-3 times a month.
Interesting. Half hour, you said?
Yeah, it takes 30 minutes.
What goes in the water?
Well, basically, it is just water and then the ionizers. Like I said, the one is positive ions, one is negative ions.
So there's nothing that goes in this water besides for the ions.
Yeah. And I mean, I do myself add like a sea salt and a magnesium, but that's basically just adding to nutrients that are being depleted, but it doesn't change the water.
Wow. I feel like I'm curious now. I always want to do that, and like the ones where you go in there and you have the little fish that go up there.
Yep, the fish. Oh my gosh, I couldn't do that one. That would tickle me too much. It kind of felt like that because the first time I did it, I could feel like the pulling from my body. Like I could feel it going up my legs and then like pulling down. And
that's interesting. I feel like we have to do that now. Definitely curious. I saw that fish thing in Vegas. I was almost going to do it. We were out there for a trade show, and I was like, of course, this is the only place that I ever see this in person.
Right.
But wild stuff.
And then I also offer the date night.
Oh, yeah. So break that down. What is that?
So basically, you get to reserve my whole suite for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then you have access to the sauna. I pull out the massage table. I have massage oils. I decorate it, make it feel all romantic with rose petals. You take home a little rose bouquet, sparkling water,
you can give each other foot baths.
The foot bath is not included, but just the sauna. And then you give each other a massage, and they have like little tips to give couples massages and
okay. Like that. Well, that's great. It's a
great way for couples to like bond. It's like a date night that you can do in Pittsburgh. That's not drinking, which is not very.
I guess that's a good point. Yeah, not very popular if there's not involved alcohol.
Yeah,
you have people that bring their own alcohol in there.
I have seen a bottle. I've had someone bring in a bottle of Moet to the sauna. So.
A bottle of Moet.
Yeah, I have had people come in. Yeah, I got a.
Is that like a good? Is that a good hangover cure, like the sauna?
Definitely. You can definitely cure your hangover. You sweat out all the toxins from it.
Yeah,
people come in all the time for that.
Have you had that experience? Have you been hungover and went in there?
Yes, I have.
And it feels. Guaranteed it works. I've never been hungover.
But you gotta definitely rehydrate and electrolyte afterwards because you're depleting yourself even more. But
that's one thing that I noticed that if I go in that sauna, I feel like I tend to get a headache after.
Yeah.
But if it's not like I have to like.
You have to like hydrate before and after.
I mean, like the only time I don't is if I drink like. A gallon, like a gallon of water that day. Like if I know that I'm coming, I'll actively have to be drinking all day. Yeah. But I noticed last time we went, I didn't drink. I knew I wasn't drinking a lot of water. I actually drank too much coffee that day, and I knew it was going to happen. And I was just dehydrated after.
Yeah.
What's the best way to hydrate yourself after?
Like a sports drink. I think I like Body Armors.
Oh yeah,
like the Prime drinks or Gatorade or something. Anything that has the major electrolytes, magnesium, sodium.
Yeah,
all the stuff that you're sweating out, basically.
I guess good point.
Yeah,
I was reading on Google some. They say just put a bunch of pink Himalayan salt.
That's another good one too. Yeah, the pink Himalayan salt is definitely a great way to add, or coconut water.
Yeah,
coconut milk.
Where do you get your shampoo at? Because I think that's my highlight of coming there.
Yes, Target. Target is good.
That's the best one.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
That the other sensory deprivation tank I went to, I swear that they might be the same, because I was like, this is amazing. It's always better taking a shower other places, I feel.
Oh yeah, no, you get that nice clean feeling. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, so you say you had the goal was to expand eventually, but you're still 2 years. Yeah. When did you say the 2 year was?
In June.
This June.
Yeah.
What do you have anything planned?
I'm gonna do like a little party, obviously some specials.
Yeah.
I don't have anything too spectacular planned, but yeah, definitely specials and
cruising along.
Yeah, cruising along. I hope to, like, in the next year, 2 years would be my goal to open up another location.
Yeah. Yeah. Does your daughter go in the sauna?
Yeah, my daughter definitely uses the sauna. She's also helping me work now too. So
that's good. Yeah, I see her pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
No,
she loves it. It helps with her skin and stuff too. It's good for your skin complexion and
that's what Antoinette says.
Relaxing. Yeah, definitely.
She definitely sees a difference in that.
Oh yeah, because you're helps with aging and the sweating and the toxins and stuff.
Got to get the toxins out. Is there anything else that I'm missing from the sauna aspect of everything? I feel like, did I cover everything?
I think you covered a good amount of it. Yeah. I mean, as far as like, and then I have a lot of, most people don't think about it too, like chemotherapy, like cancer patients that come in to help sweat out all the toxins that they go through. And
wow, I didn't think about that.
Do their treatments. Yeah. And for like alternative, a lot of people for mold detox. I get a lot of doctors actually.
Mold detox.
Yeah, because like a lot, especially in Pittsburgh, people that have black mold in their houses, in their bathrooms, and wherever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they the doctors are sending them to infrared saunas to help detox them from all the spores and the problems from the black mold.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I never would have even thought about that. That's interesting. Okay. Well, you want to get to the ending segment? Is there anything else that I missed? I feel like I'm trying to wonder if I missed anything else.
I don't know. I think we've covered quite a bit as far as that goes.
What's the best way for people to even like get in touch with you to get into the sauna? You have a website?
Yes, I have www.revive412pa.com.
Yeah.
And then you can also follow on Instagram, Revive412, or Facebook, Revive412.
Where'd the name come from?
It's
a good name.
Yeah, it's a good name. I don't know. I just thought I was trying to think of something catchy or something that was like obviously represented taking care of yourself and renewing yourself.
Yeah.
And obviously the area code. I don't know. I saw when I first moved here, shop 412. I don't know. That caught my eye.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are really about your area codes. So.
Yeah. Everyone's about their area codes here.
So I was like, I don't know. I just Revive 412 sound catchy, and then I can add all Revive 253, 702.
What's 253?
253 is my area code. That's from Washington State.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I keep kicking your table.
That's all right. Okay. Ending segment that I do with everyone is an ending segment called Desert Island Questions.
With the music.
Okay, so Desert Island Questions, whenever I give each guest 3 categories to take with them on a desert island and use until they starve to death and die. So first category is movies. 3 movies to take with you on a desert island.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. That's a good one.
Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
And The Little Mermaid.
Okay. Those are good. Those were quick. Those are 3 quick ones. Those are good. Those are good picks. Wait, would you say the first one was?
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Yeah, Purple Rain. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, that's my all-time.
I mean, it's a good one. You know, I can't beat it. It's funny enough. I think that's been picked on here more than once.
No way.
Yeah, there's a guy who runs one of my buddies. His name is Ben Bartleson. He's a huge Prince fan.
Okay.
I think we opened our conversation with talking about As My Guitar Gently Weeps. Prince does a live version of it with like Tom Petty and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's probably the best live performance I've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Have you seen Purple Rain?
I have seen Purple Rain.
Because most people that I say that, they're like, I've never seen it. I'm like, you have
We
to
went
see
to
it.
Washington. We went to, I think it was Seattle at the museum there.
Oh, yeah. They have the Experience Music Project.
Oh, it was insane. I think I have a picture of Antoinette sitting on the bike.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yes.
It's funny.
Yes.
I think that they just showed it down here too at Row House, Purple Rain.
Oh,
I feel like
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I feel like I just saw that. Okay, second category is books. Do you read?
I do read.
Okay. What about 3 books?
3 books. Oof. There's Just recently, what I've been reading.
Are you a big reader?
Not a huge. I used to be back in the day, but recently, like it's more like self-help books.
Yeah.
The Four Agreements.
Four Agreements.
The Four Agreements by Miguel Ruiz.
What's that about?
It's about like basically the four like rules to life to live in peace.
Oh, okay.
And then my next book would be Green Lights by
Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I did read that one.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
actually listened to the book.
The book, yeah. And he just had like a live event actually last week that was like kind of recovering the book and like other speakers and stuff.
Oh,
It was
really?
cool.
Yeah. He's a fascinating guy.
He is really cool. Yeah, he is really
I remember him from like, at first Ed TV and like, them like weird movies that he was in before. And then he just had that crazy resurgence. And he's like, fuck.
I think it's cool. He wanted to like run for Congress or but then I think he realized he can't make the effect that he wants to have in the world.
Yeah.
And that's why he's doing like the stuff like the books and now the events and stuff to affect the way he can, like the best way he can.
Yeah,
I think
Matthew
really
McConaughey, the best.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, all right. He read his book, like his audio book. He read it. Hilarious to just hear him sing it. Okay, third book.
Third book. Ooh, I don't know.
What was your favorite book growing up?
Growing up, I would read like I don't know why I was into those R.L. Stein books.
Oh yeah, Goosebumps.
The Goosebumps and and then they had like the adulter version ones.
Yeah,
Like I don't know,
like Terror Town and all that stuff.
I don't know. I love the mystery books and stuff like that.
That was those were all. I feel like that I just saw that they were coming out with a Goosebumps movie again.
Okay.
A new one, like a scary one or something like that. It's always interesting. We had all of them though. Okay, third category is 3 CDs to take on a desert island.
That's even harder.
Yeah.
Well, I already said Prince, so I don't have to say Prince CD.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre's
Okay.
The Chronic 2001.
Yeah.
The Weeknd's first album.
Okay.
He had like the balloons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Nirvana's Unplugged.
Wow. That's good. Those are good choices.
Yeah.
That's a good variety.
Yeah, I my brother was into music and my mom was into music, so I had a very eclectic bringing up.
Yeah, Dr. Dre to Nirvana. Come on, that's great. Okay, the third to last question is something called the death row meal. Death row meal is whenever you give with the Undertaker bell. Is whenever you get the last meal. You ever read them articles where people get put to death? So you get an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert.
Ooh, and a dessert. Okay. The appetizer would be the goat cheese stuffed artichokes from Amwell's.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, you have to.
Everyone has
Amwell's.
always told me about that.
That's so good. You have to go.
I think we even have a gift card for that.
You have to go. That's really good. Yeah, that's my favorite appetizer. So then meal, pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Do you have a favorite
Pepperoni,
pizza spot?
Pineapple. Spot? I don't know about spot. I'm open to everybody.
Yeah.
Whatever's open. And
Do you not have
fastest.
like a regular go-to pizza place around here?
I mean, what is it? The pizza place or something like that?
Pizza Company?
Pizza Company. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah, that's the closest one to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
when
good.
I lived in Beachview, it was Molly's, but I think they're gone.
All right. We got that Pizza Mike's across the street from you, or Pizza Nick's or whatever.
Nick's. I've had Nick's. Yeah, they're good.
That place is good too. We were surprised.
Yeah.
We would pick that up right after the sauna, have a nice healthy movement, and then just pick up a pizza and come home and eat it.
Exactly.
Completely negate it. Okay.
There's a local place that I go to now, I guess, is PSB, this little sports bar. They have good pizza.
PSP?
PSB, Pittsburgh Sports Bar. They have good pizza for being a sports bar.
Okay. That's good then. What about a dessert?
Chocolate peanut butter pie.
Okay. I mean, that's good. That's something I would go with. Okay. Second to last question. Probably the most telling. If you're getting ready to go on a road trip and you get to go into a gas station and pick a snack, what is it?
Used to be what is the pointy things you put on your fingers?
Bugles.
Bugles, yes. Cheddar cheese bugles.
Cheddar cheese bugles.
Nacho cheese bugles.
Yeah, nacho cheese
nacho
bugles.
cheese bugles and probably like a Slurpee or something.
Okay, that's good. Last question. If you could have a conversation with anyone alive or dead, who would it be and why?
Obviously, I would have a conversation with my mom for sure.
Now, I feel like it's an assumed thing, but if you pick a person that you don't have any ties to.
You know ties to?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Prince, huh?
Prince would probably be one of them. I would want to know his last moments for sure.
I feel like they would be grim. I wouldn't want to know his last moments.
I mean, not like that way. But
I would want to know his.
I didn't mean it like that.
His
Sorry.
biggest party.
Wrong way to say
Yeah,
it.
it's all right.
Yeah. Didn't mean it like that.
I didn't mean to bring that down.
Yeah. Good point though. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, Prince would be one of them for sure. Because he was like so like just like a genuine person and in his own lane, creating his own stuff. Didn't sample anybody. So.
Yeah, wild dude. Ripped on a guitar.
Yeah. All the instruments he could play.
I guess so. All the instruments and the voice. Okay. Take a second and promote all your stuff. Tell her where everyone could find you, where everyone could book, all that.
Yeah. You can find me at my website, www.revive412pa.com. You'll find the booking app there, which is on Vagaro, the Vagaro booking app. And then you can also find me on Instagram, Revive412, and Facebook, Revive412. And you can call me 412-207-8493.
There you go. Appreciate you taking some time to come over and talk to me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Everyone else that's listening, appreciate it as usual. Each and every week, we're back with another great guest doing great things in the city. Thank you for listening. Call you right back.